We have scores, updates, and highlights from the first week of playoffs. Welcome back to myGSPN Recap. Good afternoon, guys. I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
And thank you all for tuning back in to myGSPN's Recap, where we talk high school sports.
And as you know, the show is brought to you by GardenGrocery.com and You Discover Florida.
That's right, Anthony. And
Yes,
we were just at some playoff games this past Friday night, the regional semifinal matchups. We got some amazing content here. I went to Lake Minneola versus Springstead, and you were over at Deland taking on Timber Creek.
Yes.
Before we get into all that,
But first,
I want you guys to go ahead and make sure that you're following us along on all of our social media handles to stay up to date with your sports news. And guys, we have just launched our brand new website. Go ahead and check it out with everything that we have going on here. www.myGSPN.com.
Yes, sir.
Go check it out, guys. Amazing site. Our programmers have been working very hard on this for the past few months, and we're very excited to announce the launch of it. But Anthony, Deland taking on Timber Creek. You were over at that game on Friday night. Tell them what's up.
man, it was a crazy game. Start to finish, like playoff atmosphere. Everybody was hyped for it, but the rain kind of put it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But even with the rain, it was still amazing, man. Deland would get the lead early in the first quarter. They'll go up 14-zip. First, a run by Avante Williams, and then he'll show you why he's the #1 safety in the country. He'll get an interception, and then they'll score again. A run by Leon Rowe to put them up 14-zip in the first quarter. Timber Creek wouldn't stay quiet, though. By the end of the second quarter, it would be 14-7, Deland with the lead. Deland would score once more in the third quarter, but it would all come down to the fourth. They were up 21-7, and Timber Creek would start rolling back. Jake Johnson has been looking like one of the best quarterbacks I've seen all year. His poise, his awareness in the pocket to get out and scramble has been amazing. He would lead them on the drive to put them down 14-21. And then instead of going for the extra point, Timber Creek would go for 2. It's a playoff, so you got to get the extra points when you need it. Jake Johnson would do the same play, it seems like, on the other side. Pump fakes with Avante Williams in his face. Rolls to the other side, 2-point conversion, everybody's going crazy. Deland would get the ball late and they would go for a field goal to try to get the win, but it would be too short. Timber Creek would get the win, 22-21. Amazing game, amazing play by Jake Johnson. Kudos to you, man. You've been doing your thing in the air and on the ground, man. So
sounds like it, man. Timber Creek's going to be making a good little push into the playoffs this year, man. But have a big game this week, Friday night against Seminole.
Undefeated Seminole. So
dude, that's gonna be crazy there. That's gonna be at Seminole as well. It's gonna be tough to beat them boys at home. We'll see if Timber Creek can make it happen.
We'll see. No one else has this year. So
that's right.
We'll see. Where were you at this week?
I was actually at Lake Minneola High School watching their first playoff game in school history against Springstead. Now, this is a team that they met earlier this season, and they took their undefeated record away from them earlier this year. They pushed their way into the second round of the regionals with a huge win over them. Now, the last time that these two teams played, it was a whole different story. Minneola struggled to hold off Springstead's option offense, and the game came down to the very last second. But on Friday night, it was all Lake Minneola. It was a way different story here. Their defense was led by Liam Murray, Trent Logan, and Steven Peterson Jr., who all came up with huge stops all night, keeping that Eagles scoreless at halftime. Story of the night, you guessed it, Keandre Maglore, a personal best and school record, 313 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. He was patient with his approach, and he made the right moves at the right time, and it definitely showed. Springstead had no answer for Maglore and Minneola's offense behind Devin Cole, who also had a passing touchdown in the game, and Lake Minneola walked out victorious after shutting out Springstead 42-12 in their first playoff win in school history. It was huge, amazing, and they had that home field advantage. Minneola is going to be taking on Largo this Friday night at Largo. That's going to be a big game as well in that 6A.
Another big one,
6A class, man. So playoffs are coming off to a great start. Guys, that is our show for today. We want to go ahead and wrap things up. We'd like to thank our sponsors, GardenGrocery.com. If you're staying in the Orlando area at one of the Disney resorts, go ahead and place an order for groceries to be delivered to your room at the time of check-in. Save money and time by shopping with GardenGrocery.com. And not to forget, You Discover Florida. If you're looking for a restaurant, hotel, or just for something to do for fun this weekend, go ahead and give them a look on Instagram at You Discover Florida. Once again, guys, I'm Chris Gonzalez.
And I'm Anthony Coleman.
And thank you all for tuning back into this edition of myGSPN Game Day, where it's always your sports, all you, all the time. And be sure to check out that website, www.myGSPN.com.